The Women's Space program is a part of the Queen Victoria Women's Centres Trust, who have a commitment to supporting women's organisations. We do that in lots of different ways. We have discounted tenancies with women's organisations here at the centre, but we also acknowledge that women's organisations need a safe and women-friendly place to meet, and part of the Women's Space program is to meet that need with small grassroots women's groups and organisations. The Women's Space program has also helped a lot of women's groups achieve their goals. Some of the groups who use the Women's Space program need some space and some time out to get together to plan events, to plan fundraising initiatives that support other organisations and other women in community.
We're part of a group of women called Chorus of Women. We are 11 in number, and we met 6 years ago at Brecan, where a music therapist brought us together, and we created with her our own prose, poetry and song about our experiences of breast cancer.
When we came together originally, we came together in song as well as Liz mentioned poetry and writing, so a little bit more than what you can sometimes do in a cafe or a restaurant. So just sharing the space, but we really appreciate the fact that we do have our privacy to speak about sensitive issues at times, which is not always possible in a restaurant or a cafe.
We need this kind of meeting space because we're a volunteer run and led organisation, and we have very little funding of our own because everything we raise go to UN Women Australia. And it's really important for us to be able to access meeting spaces that are quiet so we can actually work on our projects and get things done.
Everyone in the Red Light Project is a volunteer, so we're lucky to use this space. We hold our meetings, and we also do work for the group here as well. We do some of our lobbying and advocacy work, some of our research as well. It's always a great space to have a lively discussion on and debate on issues.
Women's groups and organisations can access the Women's Space program and venues for free, which enables them to allocate their very scarce resources to other organisational activities that benefit the women in their groups and in their communities.
Our organisation's overall experience being part of the program has been really positive. The space is always there when we need it. It's really easy to book. It's free, which is so important to us. It's really great to be able to have access to this program, and I think it's really important that it can continue.
We need this room because we can't afford to pay for any other venue for our meeting room. There are no other free meeting spaces that we could find in the city of Melbourne, and so we've been incredibly lucky to have come across the Women's Space program, and without it, yeah, we'd be in a bit of trouble. I think we wouldn't have anywhere to meet.
Over 800 women from the 27 groups who participate in the program have used the Women's Space venues over the last 12 months, which really is a strong sign that women are engaged in the organisations that they're involved with.
We needed a space that was quiet because our meetings are quite long. They go for about 4 hours sometimes. We've got a lot to organise, and this has the facilities that we needed. It's quiet, it's absolutely central. That's one of the main things we liked about it. Shirl's from Monbulk, I'm from Bentley. We've got people coming from all over the state, and it's so close to public transport. And the facilities are really simple within the room. It's got everything that we need, from the whiteboard to the heating to keep us warm while we're sitting still, as far as skills building and building on our knowledge base about what's happening, grants, finance, all those kind of things, the workshops that the centre's running here. So we're now tapping into that as well, which is again building our what we can offer to women within our organisation. So it's been really helpful.
The Women's Space program is a collaborative initiative with the Queen Victoria Women's Centre Trust and the Lord Mayor's Charitable Foundation, who have supported the project for 2 years now.
If the Women's Space program was no longer available, it would be really hard for us to find a place to meet that is suitable for our types of meetings that we have, and I think it would really negatively impact on the sort of programs and projects that we can run, and the way it will really hamper how we can effectively campaign for gender equality.
Oh, it's been very convenient and comfortable for us, and we've really appreciated being able to use the space because it's been very suitable for our group.
It really has been brilliant. We've felt relaxed and comfortable in having an environment of our own to share, and just coming together, we can really focus on being together and not having to worry about external forces around us, just enjoying the time, and it's a very beautiful environment as well, which is lovely.
If you know of a women's group or organisation who you think would be eligible to use the space, they can contact the Queen Victoria Women's Centre Venues Coordinator or download the Women's Space Program information and registration pack online.